her shopping and the child enough that she could lean in to his cheek. "And who are we?" Carl asked, bending at the waist so that his excessively round face was too near to that of the small girl. "Phoebe," May said. "The infant you're menacing is Phoebe. Please open the door." "She wants a donut." "Isn't that right?" He stayed bent until his back could no longer maintain. "Does she talk?" "She talks and she'll have a donut," May said. "Please, the door." He produced a grenade of keys and began to riffle through for the one that might recognize the lock to his office. Carl's business was sandwiched between a tattoo parlor and red lantern massage, and an overflowing bin on the footpath meant his doorstep was all coffee cups and chip packets. The unreal sky was darkening further, becoming the skin of a mouldy orange. A bus honked its tuneless horn. "No one has time for niceties anymore," Carl said. "Everything's big talk now, but small talk is the grease. That's what keeps the machine of civilization from sticking." He waved them through. "The shopping," May said, struggling to push Phoebe inside. The child was crying and reaching for Carl's bag. "And the donut, Carl, please." He took a folder from the unstaffed reception desk and poured onto it 3 of the cinnamon-sugared rings. Carl handed this all to Phoebe and patted her softly at the crest of her French braid. She opened her mouth and filled her cheeks. "Slow," May said to the girl and raised a finger. "Breathe." Phoebe allowed herself to be lifted onto one of the chairs at the office table. May took the other and cringed at the girl's furious hunger. Carl still wore that grin which seemed to sit an inch in front of his face. "Mate, how are you?" "Why do you have a reception desk? You've never had a receptionist." "You don't need a receptionist. You just need the desk. Sorry I'm late. Just had a doctor up to his elbow in my prostate. Insufferable organ. I hate it and it hates me. The only thing we agree on." May's shopping bags ceased supporting each other and their contents tipped onto the linoleum floor. May stopped a tomato and a tin of beans with her feet. "We couldn't do this over the phone?" May asked. "It's just I'm working. Damn, where's my phone? Did you see me put it down? My phone." Phoebe signaled for her drink bottle. "Couldn't be helped." Carl, who had been rummaging through the documents piled haphazardly on the table, seemed to find the necessary cache of papers. "Now, Casey." May paused in the search through her shoulder bag. Her grandmother had died the year before. 9 months? It must have been nearly 12. They had cremated her, this Casey, and scattered her ashes in the foaming water of the Pacific Ocean. Her grandmother had always refused to go anywhere near the beach. "Awful places," she would say, "all that sand." Carl had stood beside May and her mother as they fought with her grandmother's dust against the wind. "Casey's will," he said now. "You need to talk to Mum." "I have." The levitating smile had retracted, and Carl's tone was one of serious calm. "Did she owe money? She can't have. I thought this would have been sorted by now. Is it debt? I thought you couldn't inherit debt." Phoebe was now clawing at May's neck. "Pencils, Carl, something." She took the pen from his hand and the topmost papers from a pile. "Phoebe, darling, will you draw me something? A rainbow." Phoebe looked into the tip of the pen. "A black rainbow is fine, sweetie. Draw. There are black rainbows." "Casey appointed me executor." He put his elbows on the table and brought his fingertips together. "Very impressive. The executor is a very responsible position." "I don't doubt it. I should ask, though, can suburban solicitors without receptionists be appointed executors?" They exchanged smiles of condescension. May had known Carl all her life, all of it that she could remember, since her father had quit the family and Carl stepped in to help. They had even moved in with Carl and his wife for a few months